My name is Coco. My artist name is Pura Coco.
The mountaintops and the hot sun.
So it started off with like I kind of wanted, I mean of course like everybody calls me Coco, but I didn't know what to go by, especially just like I didn't want to go by just Coco. So then I thought about Pura Coco. The reason that I chose Pura Coco is because I did want like part of that Spanish in there, because I am Latina, and then I wanted it first to signify like being purely myself, so purely myself, and then secondly, so like pure chocolate, so delicious. I'm like, ah. And then third is pure cocaine. That has like multiple different meanings because of course like cocaine being in Central America and like being transported to the United States and things like that, but of course also being addictive because that's what I hope that I am to people, like keep them coming back. Yeah.
Where I come from, where I come from.
Music plays such an important role in people's lives, and I want to be part of that.
It's like the first song that I ever sang in a performance.
I was so used to performing because I would perform other people's music, but it wasn't until like I had to perform my own music that I was like, are people even gonna like this? Is it too long? That's like one of my only like, I'm like, is this too long? Are people even gonna pay attention? And of course like I have to like continue like teaching myself that because I was also at a school called Rogers New Technology High School where we would have to do presentations, and I think it was like because of all of that, like I was finally able to just like step in front of a crowd and like present what I wanted to and tell like the world everything that I needed to. So I mean I don't find it as hard as writing, which is kind of funny. Yeah.
She's really smart, and like she has her head on her shoulders. So I worked with a lot of teenagers at that time, and I still do. I still work in this space. So I just noticed like very quickly that she was really ambitious, that she worked really hard, that she was super smart and intelligent about herself and about how she treated other people. And like, you know, she just seemed like a kid that you know is gonna do well.
So I started singing like, cause I would always sing, but I finally like put myself out there because my mom was like, go and be in the talent show, and I was like, okay. So I started like as soon as I came to Arkansas because it was just like a smaller school and I was able to do more, and then like I just put my like application, I don't know, like I just asked to be in the talent show and they were like, sure, just like it has to be, you know, school appropriate. And I was like, oh, fine. I was totally not into that type of music, so I had to find a way. But like that's whenever I first started, and I was just like in every single talent show. And like the thing is I was only singing other people's music. I never wrote my own music. And it wasn't until I think it was 7th or 8th grade that I went through something, like I was in a relationship that I shouldn't have been in. I love singing. So I finally wrote a song, and it like took way too much out of me. Like I was bawling my eyes out. So anytime I would write, I could not. I was in a theater project, and we were required to write, and I would just like be in tears. So it wasn't until like after the theater project that I was like, my narrative matters, and so does everybody else's. So like learning how to process those emotions and actually put it on paper is important too. So this is how I go to sleep. I really do love sleeping in the sun, so.
Oh,
We'll see how that goes.
I always say ever changing because hell yeah, always changing. I'm like, I always want to keep on evolving. So maybe evolving, I don't know. And then chill, I think.
So in 3 words, I would say sweet, eccentric, and I'm trying to think of a 3rd word, like sassy.
She's bold, she's generous, she's courageous, she's beautiful.
Giving, funny, and charismatic.
She's really ambitious, she's creative, she's amazingly pretty.
The first thing that comes to mind, I think, is like rosy, like her cheeks, you know, like super rosy, alegre, joyful, definitely. A lot more than like meets the eye. I think like people make a lot of assumptions about her, and like I think a lot of people, she's very personable, and I think like a lot of people just assume that they like know her, and like they don't exactly, and she goes through a lot more and does a lot more than people like realize, and she doesn't get enough credit for it. Yeah, that's my girl.
Bright beyond measure, like in the sense like just her personality is bright, but like she's also super smart. Like hardworking, she's super hardworking, and also just kind, a really kind person. Yeah, those are my 3. Love you, Cokesters. That's it.
It was good, thank you.